Mystery, an Instagram influencer found dead in a Richmond apartment. The body of the man accused of killing her also inside. ABC 13's Shelley Childers is live with what we know tonight. Shelley.
Eric, she was known as Mercedes Moore on Instagram. Millions of people followed her, but police tell us it was inside her Richmond apartment behind me, where she was found dead inside. On Instagram, she was known as Miss Mercedes Moore.
What's going on, guys? How y'all guys doing? How y'all guys doing? Welcome to another edition of Joel's News and Views. If it's your first time tuning into the broadcast, do me a favor. Go ahead on and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell up top. Please like and share. Please like and share. I had to pause because this right here, man, it hurts my heart. Okay. And it hurts my heart because you got an attractive young lady. Y'all seen the picture. Mercedes Moore. Very beautiful young lady. You can kind of tell she probably had some plastic surgery done. Well-known model. I haven't heard of her, but she's been heard of by other people. 2.6 million followers, if you see right here. Was found dead in her home this week. You know, that's a lot to take in. A young life taken away so tragically, and not to mention the way it was taken is a bit of a mystery because there's been a lot of stories about what happened to this young lady. It went from the robbers followed her home and all the way to let's see here. I even have heard rumors of now that this may be a sugar daddy. And this is in Houston, Texas, is where this is at, okay? This is in Houston, Texas. Now, I'm going to get back to the story, but I just wanted to make sure that I told everybody what is going on. Now, yes, she was a OnlyFans. I want to say she had an OnlyFans slash, all the Twitter, all that stuff. That's what kind of business she in. But she also had a lot of sponsors. Shout out to my man's AK Nation. These sponsors get a lot of money. Okay? When I say a lot of money, they get a lot of money. Now, this all happened Sunday when this all went down when she was discovered murdered. They get a lot of money. These girls get a lot of money because of the fact of the matter. They put in that work. I mean, they got all these surgeries, they got all these followers, so they're like a walking commercial. So you got people that get paid up to uh, 80,000, sometimes $500,000, and within a week, because they don't put so many posts up because it's got people coming in, looking at their product, looking at the material. But let's proceed on to talk about this case here.
more. Her adult content followed by 2.6 million people, including superstar Snoop Dogg and Megan Thee Stallion. Her real name was Janae Gagnier. The 33-year-old was found dead inside her upscale apartment in Richmond, Texas. Police say they were called to this quiet complex for a welfare check Sunday. Inside the apartment, they found Mercedes Moore and another man believed to be the suspect who killed her, Kevin Alexander Accordo. He was also dead, police calling it a murder-suicide. Investigators say there is no relationship between Mercedes and the suspect, telling us his last known address was in Florida. Neighbors we spoke with call the complex quiet and secure.
It'd be kind of surprising to know that this was an intruder, someone that broke into the house, because I wouldn't think that that would happen here.
Now, here's the thing. Y'all know how these Wokians like to say stuff like the sister was living in danger, the police didn't do enough to protect her. All right, she was in a gated community. All right, in a gated community. This apartment complex she was at, you have to have a code to enter. A code. Now, people are saying that this could have been her sugar daddy, but I don't know, because I'm kind of questioning in that too. That's why I got a question mark by it, because he don't look like a sugar daddy. When you think of a sugar daddy, when you think of guys that got a lot of money to burn, that get these type of women, they're pretty much, especially a older guy like that in his 40s, they usually put together very well. If it's a trick, I wouldn't consider that either. I mean, this girl got extensive body work. She's followed by superstars. Okay, superstars. Make sure you shut the door, son. I'm on this live. I mean, she's followed by superstars. Yeah, exactly. Not to mention too, she's the type of woman that she's get flown out. Okay, this girl gets flown out. This girl gets, the utmost treatment. Women like this, they get ball players, they get millionaires, they get real people that's real fancy dressed up. So I don't think that that was it. Oh yeah, she did. I mean, yeah. I mean, and I'm not knocking that Gabrielle at all. I mean, that was her, listen, I don't knock nobody hustle. I just know that when people do the hustle that they do, this is what comes with it. A lot of women don't understand this. But when you get to that point, when you live in that high society where you're out here, you know, selling a fantasy to these guys on the internet. There's some guys like this guy right here that are not stable. Okay? That's that 3% of the population that you got to worry about. And again, this sister was in a very secured complex. You have to have a code to get in. So, with that being said, this just goes to show you that you can get touched. Now, I don't know if she might have thought that they said that she could have been stalked. If that was the case, maybe she thought that I live in this nice community, ain't nobody gonna touch me, you know. And some women live like that. A lot of women are like that. But in the end of the day, this should give you an example. You cannot live your life thinking that you can't get touched when you out in the public scene like this.
Police have not said how the two died, telling us the cause of death will come from the medical examiner. In Richmond, Shelley Childers, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Model murder mystery. An Instagram influencer found dead in a Richmond apartment. The body of the man accused of killing her.
All right, we'll stop here. I mean, guys, you see it yourself. Now, I understand she lived a life of using guys or getting flown out or whatever she had going on, hustling, using her looks to get men's attention. I mean, I'm not knocking. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm not knocking the girl hustle. I mean, hey, if you got it, you can pull it off. That's fine, whatever. But the sad part of this situation is that like I said, a lot of women do not take in consideration that there are people out there that look at women that do that and get a fantasy in their head that they can't get out of, and it becomes dangerous. And it can. And being an attention seeker, you're right, Roger, can bite you in the ass. Now, this is what I think. I don't think this was a sugar daddy. I had to put that there because people have been saying that. I don't think it is that. I think what happened is this. I think this man has been watching this woman for a while. Probably was one of those guys that was stalking, watching her, got her code closely, or looked at her in a way where she didn't pay no attention, was very incognito, got in and did what he did. Or it could have been a kidnapping situation. He might have caught her slipping outside while going out to do a delivery or do something and hurried up and was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We about to come up in here, right now. And I think that what happened. I mean, because it don't take much to get a code. It really don't. It don't take much. Or he didn't even have to look at her code. He could look at somebody else's code and got in. Yep, you're right. The creeping and the widows of society. That's why I tell people. And this is not just women, men. Y'all need to take this as a way too. Cause some of y'all guys on Instagram modeling, showing your muscles and shit, thinking, well, I'm caught diesel. Ain't nobody gonna touch me. Hey, you never know. You might wake up and you may find somebody that broke into your home trying to kill you. People are crazy. And people will get a fantasy in their head in a heartbeat. And it's just facts. Let's move on to the next tragic story that also came across my desk today while I was chilling. And sorry I ain't been on, guys. I've been doing a whole lot of interviews. Wife been sick. It's been crazy, okay? My life has been a total been crazy. All right, from work, trying to find work, do this to support myself, to keep money rolling. Yeah, it's been crazy. So please forgive me. Please forgive me. But I will be on tonight, big live. I'm gonna have 0% liberal. I will have the um who was it? 0% liberal and angry conservative on. We'll be on tonight. I'll make sure that we'll be talking about what happened in Afghanistan. Now, this story here, I cannot. They don't have a picture of the little boy. I don't think. Uh, all right. Let me see if they do, because this story really got to me because I have children near that age. You know, and you never want to see talk about something like that. Never. So this is local news. This is coming out of Washington, Missouri. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Washington, Missouri. I've never heard of it.
A
I think it's a
13-year-old
little
boy who was
country
spending the
town.
night at his friend's house was found dead this morning. Police believe.
But either way it goes, I'm finna jump on this story right quick and let y'all see it.
He died from a drug overdose. Police in Washington.
So give me 1 second here. Let me share this bit of information. Oh yeah. Exactly, man. Hey, I done got confronted one time myself being on social media. Somebody got mad because they didn't like what I said, but they didn't know how big I was in person. Cause see, on YouTube I look small, but in real life I'm a big dude. I'm 270 pounds and I'm 5'9" and a half, but I'm just massive. So when dude saw me in person and he saw how big I was, even though I'm not tall, but I'm not short either, it kind of screwed him up. He got very cautious. So yeah, people when people find out how big you are, they wanna okay. Let me stop. Let me think about this. Let me think about this moment then. But maybe that's a blessing for me being a big guy. I don't have those problems. That's why I like Jericho. Us big dudes like me, Jericho, and Brandon Tatum, we don't have them problems. Cause people ain't that crazy. They don't want them problems. Let me play
A
that.
30-year-old boy who was spending the night at his friend's house was found dead this morning. Police believe he died from a drug overdose. Police in Washington, Missouri say a 12-year-old boy told investigators they were experimenting with drugs. That boy's mom, stepfather, and another man who lives in the house were arrested on drug-related charges. The 13-year-old's name has not been released, but Washington Middle School released a statement saying it will have additional counselors on hand tomorrow for students and staff.
And see, people think that drugs don't happen with young people. Now, I want y'all to understand that these young kids were 13 years old. 13 and 12. I know what I was doing when I was 13 and 12. When I was 13 and 12, I was actually trying to play video games. I was trying to play football. I wanted to play basketball. I wanted to, what I'm saying, go in the swimming pool. I wanted to hang out with my friends, go to the mall. But that's not what we got now. Now we have a generation where we have parents who really started in my generation coming up. So you can kind of think the baby boomers that kind of fucked this up started teaching Gen X and millennials that it was okay to be like a friend to your child instead of a parent. And because of this is why so many young kids that's growing up now are dying real quickly and because of negligence. Because you got parents that's going out here acting like it's cool to do these type of drugs in front of your children. And you can't do that. Okay? Laying them around is even worse. I guess they thought because they was 13 and 12 and 13, oh, don't do that, don't do drugs, that kids gonna listen. Kids at that age are very curious. If they see mom and dad lighting it up, getting it in, you know, they're gonna jump on that. They're gonna be like, yeah, let me try that. Let me see how that works out for me. And when they find out it don't work out as good, they get, you got these type of situations where somebody dies. And unfortunately, this 13-year-old boy dies. And I hope that the mother do not get any of her children back. Because what kind of mother are you to allow someone else's child that was in your care to be exposed like this? More feedback. Let me give y'all more feedback of what they're saying about these people. Give me 1 second. I gotta play it again. I'm trying to get sure y'all get all of the facts on this one. I told you I was gonna be like AK Nation on this. I'm trying to give y'all all round news. I want y'all to get it all of it. All right, let's jump back in here. Let's go right here.
Dead.
My girlfriend calls me this morning.
Arrived on the scene around 9 Sunday morning to find a 13-year-old boy dead.
My girlfriend calls me this morning and says that they're closing down the street. Something happened, and they heard that somebody had passed away down in the house down below us.
Neighbors watched all day as police and detectives began their investigation. Initial reports conclude the 13-year-old was spending the night at his friend's house. Police believe the two teens found drugs in the home.
We came out, began an investigation, and at this point it appears that it's a drug-related death. We did take 3 adults in the home into custody on unrelated drug charges and possible further charges.
Neighbors say those 3 people taken into custody were the parents and uncle of the 12-year-old boy who lives in the home. While police were on the scene, they say the boy seemed lethargic and disoriented. They had EMS take him to the hospital for blood tests and medical treatment. Detective Steve Seitz says he confessed to police at the hospital he and the 13-year-old victim were experimenting with drugs in his room.
Very early in the investigation, we have the autopsy to complete tomorrow, and further investigation and interviews with the people we took into custody to get further information on what actually led up to this.
Neighbors say this is not the first time chaos has broken out in the home. One claimed that the family is out and about at all hours of the night and fight often. They can't believe something like this could happen.
They stayed to themselves, pretty much. They fought a lot. They would run in and out of the house yelling and screaming.
Would never picture something like this, to do with this neighborhood or anything.
See what I told y'all? This people think because you live in the suburbs that white folks don't have issues either. The Wakandans think that white folks don't have a white Pookie, a white Ray Ray, and a white Shamika. Yes, they have that too. Every race have one. And in this case, they thought that it was just them being a regular, off-the-wall, toxic family. It ain't going to be a big deal. But in the end, they were toxic, deadbeat parents who was so high out of their mind that they were focusing on a fix than focusing on taking care of their children. And now, they ain't got to worry about it now because they're going to jail. They're going to do a little bit of time because you killed somebody's kid on your watch. No, it ain't the trailer park trash no more, Joy. I keep trying to tell people the white Ray Rays and the white Pookies and the white Shamikas are in your damn suburbs now. They in your suburbs now. I'm just telling you. They speak you, they at your suburbs now. And that's what happened in this case. The signs were there. They were loud, obnoxious, in and out, all hours of the night. And you know that this kid that was 12 has been experimenting with drugs way before he's introduced it to his 13-year-old friend. That 12-year-old was probably a little professional. He's probably been dibbing and dabbing on drugs for the longest, on the low. Play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. That's why I try to tell people, quit thinking that only in the black hood or black folks is the only one that only have these kind of issues. White folks do too. This shit's worldwide. Washington, Missouri is predominantly a white area. They are known to have a drug problem in Washington, Missouri. But you let the Wokians hear that, they'll swear to God that doesn't exist. And you see how that nice and clean that area look? It looked like a normal, nice little suburban neighborhood. But hey, looks can be deceiving. But anyway, I hope that y'all like what I brought y'all today. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please like, share, subscribe. Please hit the Cash App. Donate if you like the content that I'm bringing you guys with. Before I leave out, I know it's not about crime news stuff, but the the executive producer of Jeopardy is officially fired today. Don't know why that happened. Well, I know why it's happened, but the Wokians has finally canceled this dude, all because of some statements he said years ago. Sad but true. Now, he apologized, but, they don't care. Mike Richards is gone. That's what happens when you get the Wokian started. They fire you. They get rid of you. They don't give a damn how good you are. He's been there for years. 4 years. But you got to remember, the show business has changed. They said internal problems. The dude that produced Jeopardy, the Mike Richards, the guy that was supposed to be the host of Jeopardy, but they said they couldn't because of a statement he made about women on a podcast. And all the women, the feminists, got upset, so they fired him for. They told him he couldn't be a host. He stepped down on that, but they still let him produce behind the scenes. Well, them SJW warriors, them feminists, they worked at Hollywood. They kept aggravating them till they fired him. That's what happens, man. They cancel everybody. Why you think the baby ain't had his song on Kanye West's new album Donda? And by the way, I recommend that. It's no cursing in there, and it is, to me, straight genius. Is what hip hop needs right now. Even though a lot of people say it's all over the place because Kanye is all over the place, but it's still good music. So I definitely check it out. But yeah, that's what happens, man. You get canceled here. You get canceled. That's what they do. You don't play the game, bye-bye. You are out of here. Just like that. I think that dude was there almost 20 years. 20 years in the game. 20 years. 20 years he been putting in for Jeopardy. Guy was in Wheel of Fortune. He was a beast. You an executive producer. You even help with the writing. It doesn't care. Exactly, George. Say it again, George. That was the most powerful thing you said. It's the most powerful thing you can say, bro. They will go up here and cancel any American man that say something out the way in the USA. But when it comes to Afghanistan and what's going on right now with Joe Biden and young children getting killed for uncalled reasons, you can't get a peep out of them. You won't hear AOC, the squad, none of them. Only time you hear from them is when they say, bring the refugees over. Bring on the refugees. So, either way it goes, I'm finna go out here, y'all. I don't know who this guy is. Who is these guys? Is that what you came to tell me? That's fine. I hope you come on my next stream. Seem like you real excited. Glad you're my biggest fan, Cherie Ali. These guys, man, these clowns. I made it. I got random clowns coming in on my stream now. We've made it. All right, guys. Take care of yourself and each other. I will hit y'all up later on tonight around 8 o'clock. I'm finna go and try to do the best of my day to try to get myself some more work. It's your boy, Joel. Please like, share, subscribe. Y'all know how it is. I'm out.